Imagine standing at the edge of chaos, where every decision, every habit, and every rule you follow determines whether your life will spiral into disorder or rise towards meaning. What if a handful of principles could transform the way you see the world, bring structure to your life, and guide you toward fulfillment? Dr. Jordan Peterson, a renowned psychologist and professor, distills decades of research, philosophy, and human experience into 12 essential rules, guidelines designed to help you navigate the complexity of existence. In this summary of 12 rules for life, we will explore the first 6 rules, each a profound lesson on responsibility, resilience, and self-improvement. By the end of this journey, you'll understand how seemingly simple actions, like standing tall, telling the truth, or seeking meaning over pleasure, can revolutionize the way you live. Let's begin. Chapter 1. Stand up straight with your shoulders back in the wild. Dominance hierarchies determine survival. Peterson begins with the unlikely yet powerful example of lobsters, creatures that, like us, engage in social struggles. When 2 lobsters battle for dominance, the victor stands taller, exuding confidence, while the defeated one shrinks, chemically altering its own brain to accept a lower status. Humans are no different. Life is filled with struggles, and posture is more than physical. When you slump, when you avert your gaze, you tell the world and yourself that you are weak. But when you stand up straight, shoulders back, you signal strength. You become someone who believes in their own value. Peterson argues that adopting an assertive posture doesn't just change how others perceive you, it alters your own brain chemistry. The more you embody confidence, the more likely you are to act decisively, to face life's challenges head-on. In a world that constantly tests your resilience, standing tall is your first step toward mastery. Chapter 2. Treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. If you had a loved one who was sick and needed medicine, you'd make sure they took it, wouldn't you? Yet, when it comes to ourselves, we often neglect our own well-being. Peterson explores a strange paradox. People take better care of their pets than they do themselves. Why? Because deep down, many of us feel unworthy. We let self-doubt, guilt, or shame dictate our actions, convincing ourselves that we don't deserve the same care we extend to others. But Peterson insists that this is a mistake. To thrive, we must take responsibility for our own well-being with the same urgency and compassion we would offer to someone we love. You have a moral obligation to care for yourself, not just for your own sake, but because the world depends on individuals who are strong, stable, and capable of helping others. If you neglect yourself, you are less able to contribute meaningfully. So start by treating yourself with the same kindness and responsibility you would a dear friend in need. Chapter 3. Make friends with people who want the best for you. Imagine trying to climb a mountain with a companion who constantly pulls you down. Would you ever reach the top? Many people surround themselves with friends who do not uplift them, who reinforce destructive habits, negativity, or mediocrity. Peterson challenges us to be mindful of those we keep close. Do they inspire you to grow, or do they anchor you in stagnation? Good friends want the best for you. They celebrate your victories and push you forward when you're slipping. They don't feed your excuses or let you wallow in self-pity. If your social circle drags you into darkness, you owe it to yourself to walk away and seek those who will help you rise. Because the right relationships shape not just your present, but your future. Chapter 4. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. The world is full of comparisons. Social media bombards us with curated glimpses of others' successes, making us feel inadequate. But Peterson warns against measuring yourself against others. The only comparison that matters is with the person you were yesterday. Progress is personal. Focus on small, daily improvements. Ask yourself, am I a little better today than I was before? Even the smallest step forward is movement in the right direction. Rather than being paralyzed by someone else's success, recognize that you are on your own path. Make today's version of yourself just slightly stronger, wiser, and more disciplined than yesterday's. Growth is not instantaneous, but with consistency, it becomes inevitable. The journey towards self-improvement is yours alone. Embrace it. Chapter 5. Do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. Parenting is one of the greatest responsibilities, yet many fear discipline. Peterson argues that if you fail to correct your children, the world will punish them far more harshly later on. Children need structure. They seek boundaries, even if they resist them. A child left without guidance becomes an adult who struggles with social norms, responsibility, and self-control. Parents who are too afraid to say no create children who are not prepared for reality. Discipline isn't cruelty, it's love. By setting firm, fair boundaries, you teach children how to function in a world that will not bend to their whims. Without structure, children develop resentment, confusion, and entitlement. A well-disciplined child grows into an adult who is respected, confident, and capable of navigating life's complexities. Love your children enough to prepare them for the real world. Chapter 6. Set your house in perfect order before you criticize the world. It's easy to look at the world and see injustice, corruption, suffering, chaos. It can feel overwhelming. But before pointing fingers, Peterson advises, first, set your own house in order. If your personal life is in disarray, if you are consumed by bitterness, disorganization, or bad habits, what authority do you have to demand change in others? Start small. Clean your room. Fix what you can. Take responsibility for your immediate surroundings before seeking to change the world. In doing so, you gain clarity, strength, and the credibility to lead by example. True change begins with self-discipline, and only once you master your own life can you effectively inspire change in the world around you. Before trying to fix society, ensure that you are standing on solid ground yourself. Conclusion. These first 6 rules challenge you to take responsibility, seek growth, and build resilience. Each principle, standing tall, caring for yourself, choosing the right friends, measuring progress by your own journey, raising disciplined children, and putting your life in order, lays the foundation for a life of meaning and strength. If these lessons resonated with you, stay tuned for the next 6 rules in 12 Rules for Life. And if you're ready to take action, start today. Make one small improvement, choose one rule and apply it. Because real change begins with you.